ways. You can do that.
He knows what he's doing.
Abdominals and thighs.
But this is not the first call out for the winner. I can assure you of that. Eduardo's conditioning is sick.
It really is.
Your
Yeah,
favorite,
he needs
most
a little bit
muscular?
down inside. He's only 205 pounds. He's typically at the 212 mark. He might have over-dieted for this competition because he did win in June at the Europa Pro Championships after taking a full year off.
please.
Was he at Europa Dallas?
Yeah, it was the Europa Dallas. Take a year off, came back, and came in sliced, and I think he might have ran out of conditioning
John, Sammy,
to the show.
Ahmad, Sean, Kamal, and Derek.
You remember from experience and expertise, when you talk about some of these competitors in other divisions doing 4, 5, 6 shows in a year, you just can't do that with these major bodybuilders.
Yeah, and you know, the only successful one was Dexter Jackson. You know, he could do show after show after show, and he was richly rewarded for it. But eventually it catches up to you as well.
Derek and John switch.
So now I believe we're looking at Tim, the top 6.
Yeah.
And Steve is positioning him because we're going to have the final crown right after this. Look at Sean. He's just looking ridiculous. His color's good, too. And he's confident. Kamal smiling. Derek.
You know, it is hard when you get a little darker. You wash out some of the cuts, and I think Sean is still
Front
showing
double
them.
bicep.
Yeah, he's got that shiny oil on.
Look at that.
It's working for him.
Yeah.
And you can see Sammy on the far right. He looks dry, like he almost doesn't have any oil.
Yeah.
That's working against him right now.
Look at Kamal.
Yeah, he's very
Relax.
confident as well.
Well, and then here's the comparison we wanted to see
Front
between
lat spread.
Derek's size, the change in conditioning from this morning, and the Kamal conditioning of all day.
Yeah, Derek has him in the legs because of the sweeps on Derek's quadriceps. So it's undeniable. But again, I think on
Side
the upper
chest.
portion, he's a little bit flat and a little bit soft. And that's where Kamal is like, he's sneaking up on him. When you hit these shots, you see certain things on Kamal that you don't see on Derek. Derek looks big. You see how big his
He
arms
looks
are?
big.
Yeah.
And his lat spread when he did that previous pose just engulfed everybody around him. In a good pose down, he can stand behind
Back
him and have
double
lat
bicep.
sticking out either side.
Yeah, he's wide.
This will be interesting.
You see Sammy almost looks like he has no oil on. He's a little flattened out. He's struggling in this one. Sean Claritas stands out amongst that. I believe Sean Claritas got Ahmad Ashkanani. And Ahmad Ashkanani was the winner in New York. Actually, Sean's won in New York as well. But Sean's winning here
Okay.
over Ashkanani.
This is a tough one. Kamal's conditioning
Back
is
lat
just
spread.
that good.
Yeah, it's keeping him in this fight. I would like to see some more oil on Kamal too. Derek has beautiful skin color, very tan, very wide. I want to see Steve move these guys around. I want to see
Side
Sean on
tricep.
the other side of Derek.
That's a great pose for Derek. Ooh.
You see, look at Kamal's
Look at Kamal's-
intercostals.
yeah.
Serratus, that's where he comes in strong. His
Abdominals and
intercostals
thighs.
are there. Derek's starting to break water. You see the shine around the traps, and the water's starting to come out. And he's holding a slight film of water underneath.
That serratus and the intercostals.
Relax.
Those are always the muscles that are built into the Superman suits
Yeah.
and the Batman
John
suits.
and
They're
Ahmad
just, it's a
switch,
gorgeous
please.
muscle.
Okay, here we're moving some people around.
Derek and Sean switch, please.
There you go. Oh,
Derek needs to rub the oil into
Gentlemen,
his
everyone
skin
take a step.
so
Spread
that the
out.
sweat doesn't override the definition he'll wash out.
Front double bicep.
sometimes those expediters are Johnny on the spot with a towel to keep guys padded off just right.
Right. If they get too many calls, it starts to look like you're just dripping wet, right? Kamal is dry. He's not sweating at all. Derek's got the front double bicep.
Oh,
Front lat spread.
I think we just saw it right there, Sean.
I still like Derek's front lat spread, too. In this comparison.
Yeah.
Kamal's there, but he didn't have the thigh sweep, so that hurts him in this pose. But the water's starting to come out of Derek.
Side tricep.
And this is Kamal's shot. Hit the serratus.
Back double bicep.
Man, Derek's got a beautiful body. I keep going back and forth between those. I love Sean, but I don't think that he's in this fight right now. I think I'm still looking at Kamal and Derek.
Shoulder to shoulder, Derek has got some serious width and some serious beauty to the shape of the physique. You see, that's a nice comparison.
He looks better tonight than he did at that expo. He was trailing behind Kamal. He may be leading here. I don't want to mislead anyone, but you see the water starting to come out on the back as well on Derek. If he poses too much longer, he's going to be a watery mess. So hopefully he can get out of this on this last couple of poses.
Now, real quick, you see the lat spread, but talk to us about the ham and quad sweep and the difference between Kamal and Derek.
Well, Derek's on lower body
Side
has Kamal.
tricep.
Derek's got those glutes, he's got the quads, he's got the shape. I'd rather have Derek's legs over Kamal's.
And then we haven't talked about Sean for a couple of minutes. Is he lost?
I think Sean is just getting lost in the size thing here. I love Sean, but I think he looks probably better by himself. I have him solidly in third.
No, abs and thighs.
Abs and thighs is Kamal.
Is Kamal.
Kamal has abdominals and thighs. Derek is fighting for this one, and that most muscular is a tie between those two. It's apples and oranges, you know, it's like, I think Derek's bigger and Kamal's more detailed when it comes to that most muscular pose. And Derek is starting to sweat. He's starting to shine. You see the sweat on top of the traps and over the pecs? You got to rub that in or it becomes a mess.
Switch.
Oh.
Okay. See what they do with Derek. I like to see Kamal and
Derek and Kamal switch.
There you go.
That's the one I was looking for. And this is where I think Kamal may be making up some ground on Derek.
Front double bicep.
And again, with 6 instead of 5, it makes it a little harder to see who's in the center square.
It's hard to predict what the judges are actually doing here, but you can see again, Derek is starting to beat up with the sweat over the traps coming down the.
Gentlemen,
he has to rub that sweat into his body. Kamal is still dry as a desert. That means he's done his homework in terms of conditioning. And John Jewett.
Thank you, gentlemen. Back in line.
John
Back to you,
Jewett
Bob.
should be very accomplished for being in that call out as well.
All right, we have our
well, he was not there last year.
12 gentlemen on stage. Truly an international affair. 14 countries represented in our 212
the
division.
awards.
The NBC Worldwide and IFBB Pro League in full effect. Gentlemen, what we need right now
is a pose down, I think.
Is a pose down for the title.
Yes, we do.
Hit the music, gentlemen.
Yeah, baby, this is what they work for.
Now, with no champion to lead the way or hold back, it's going to be a free-for-all.
Not only that, Tim, but it's going to be the biggest purse in the history of the 212 at $50,000, and that is music to these guys' ears because even James Flex Lewis never earned that kind of money with all of his 7 victories.
Biggest overall purse in Olympia history, around $1.4 million.
Yeah, it's amazing how far we've come and how much we've grown in terms of the inclusivity of our sport with the inclusion of classic physique, bikini, fitness, women's physique, and all the other components we have at the Expo. And now we bring in the celebrity factor with Mark Wahlberg, Mario Lopez, Tito Ortiz, GSP. I saw Busta Rhymes out in the audience a minute ago.
Did you really?
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how many people use weightlifting as a tool to supplement their other careers. And they're in awe of these bodybuilders.
It's really hard not to be. As a fan, as a lifter, as just a casual gym goer, when you're in the room with one of these guys, you look over and you say, I got to lift a little harder. I got to work a little. I should cut my diet. It's not hard to be inspired and take it up a level when these guys are out there.
Well, I got to tell you, without the help of Muscle Farm and iHerb bringing this broadcast worldwide to people in the farthest corners away from Las Vegas, it couldn't be a sport of inclusivity. So having those sponsors like Trifecta and Wings of Strength help bring this weekend together. And of course, the leadership of Dan Solomon and the production of Tamer El Gundy, this entire weekend is like no other weekend we've had or that I've experienced so far, being part of the team, working with you, Linda Murray. I mean, it's amazing what's happening right now, and it's going to continue tomorrow.
Robin Chang and his team have grown this to something I've never seen. I've thankfully been around the Olympia since '98. This is an incredible weekend.
Here we go. This is it, folks. Time to let the judges know who you want to win. The 212 title is up for grabs here tonight, Friday night on Olympia weekend. One last time, folks. Who do you like?
Well, these athletes have been waiting an awful long time for this moment. And the reality of all of that hard work, as you can see Derek praying to himself, well, not to himself, but to a higher power, that it is he that is the last man standing.
This is the dream.
I hold in my hands the results of the 2019 212 Olympia.
You start training, you start competing, and this is the dream. And this is going to be someone's dream come true tonight.
Presenting the 5th place award, representing Redcon 1, I'd like to welcome Eddie Silva to the stage. Once again, folks, a record amount of money being put out to our 212 champs here tonight, nearly $100,000 on the line, and the title of 212 Olympia champ. Eddie, let's take that 5th place award and check for $4,000 to our 5th place finisher, Ahmad Ashkanani.
All right.
Yeah, that was fair. Because remember, in New York, a lot of people thought Eduardo was going to beat Ahmad Ashkanani, and it was Ahmad that actually won that competition. He's got nothing to be ashamed of. I told you, it's hard from May till September.
Yeah.
Very hard.
That is a long time to stay prepped.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Nick Jones and High Tech presenting the 4th place award. And Nick Jones will take the 4th place award, the check for $6,000, and present it to John Jewett.
John Jewett, I told you.
All right.
Yeah, he looked good. The midsection wasn't there. He wasn't ready for prime time. But can you imagine placing in this place and you're not prepared? What happens next year?
Yeah.
He's headed in the right direction. We got to get that midsection right. And I think he needs to work a little bit on his tan. The color's a little bit blotchy. That can work against you as well, especially when you got professionals like Derek Lunsford up there.
Well, his 2019 has been off to a great start, and now it's off to a great finish.
Randy Lloyd from Performix will present the 3rd place award. And Randy will take the 3rd place award, the check for $10,000, the Olympia bronze medal, to our 3rd place finisher, the giant killer, Sean Clarita.
All right, it's going to be close.
We saw that happening as we started to focus more and more on Derek and Kamal in those final comparisons. Sean had the solid spot on 3rd, and he's satisfied with that, I'm sure. He doesn't like to lose, but he knows what he's up against. Those guys are some very good bodybuilders, and that's the best he's ever looked.
And how do you think the changes for Derek pulling that water between morning and night, lightening up a little bit? How do you think that pulled him from 3rd to 2nd or 1st or wherever he's going to end up?
Well, now there's only 2 left, right? So Derek is right where he needs to be, and it's going to come down to this.
Alina Popa and Wings of Strength will present the 2nd place award.
Remember, Kamal's representing.
Please take the 2nd place award.
They have nobody but
the check for $20,000, the Olympia silver medal, to our runner-up this evening, Derek Lunsford.
All right.
There it is.
There it is, Kamal El-Garni. Derek Lunsford, 2nd place.
I'm telling you, it came down to muscular maturity. Kamal had that maturity at 47 years young, holds off the 26-year-old. Derek's going to see a whole lot of days like this And he's going to do nothing else but improve. I mean, look at the shape.
Look at the
body.
shape. I love how that medal settles into that vacuum.
Yeah, you cannot complain about this kid's efforts. Second place for the second year in a row, and a lot of great bodybuilders have been in this position before.
Hey, come
Flex
on.
Wheeler, Kevin Levrone. Second place ain't a bad place to be. Look at Kamal.
But I talked about this earlier with Linda. At the press conference, the gratitude of these bodybuilders to be here, these fitness, these figure, these physique athletes.
Man. Go back there.
He was so grateful to be representing Libya, to representing the people, and representing international bodybuilding.
Yeah, I mean, you can see he can barely
Wait for
stand
the
up.
big moment.
He's pulling the Ronnie Coleman before he gets the award, crashing and
Greg
burning on
Connolly,
stage.
CEO of Trifecta, and our Pro League president, Mr. Jim Mannion, will present the first place award. And they will take the first place award, the Olympia gold medal, the check for $50,000, and the title of 212 Olympia champion to our winner and new 212 champion, Kamal El-Dardi.
Congratulations.
They got to be partying in Libya. But not only that, the guys that know him, because he's living in England. He's got like 2 countries celebrating him, and now he's got a third right here in the United States in Las Vegas. Kamal El-Dardi doing exactly what he said he wanted to do, which was complete the cycle. He won an Arnold Classic in over in Ohio. He's now won here tonight. There's nowhere else for him to go except to come back and defend it against the 27-year-old Derek Lunsford
Who
next
you
year.
know is going back to the drawing board between now
Yeah.
and next year, and he's coming swinging.
Yeah, Kamal did a great job. Look, at 47 years old, for me, I'm done, because that was a very close, hotly contested contest against a youngster. He narrowly got this victory, and I'm sure he's going to be very, very thankful for the outcome.
That is phenomenal.
Gentlemen, your favorite pose, please.
Shows the diversity in our sport. 26 and 47, I mean, these guys are phenomenal.
Congratulations to the top 5, the 2019 Joe Wieters 212 Olympia winners.
And most muscular.
We saw Shanique Grant in physique, Sydney Gillen in figure.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Let's
We
have our
saw
top
Whitney
3 stay right
Jones
there,
in
please.
fitness, and now this.
And tomorrow, who knows?
Breon Onsley's
Gentlemen, your favorite pose,
defending
please.
his title, George Brown.
That's right.
We've got this going on tomorrow night, and then bikini, Angelica Teixeira, Janet Leog, and a lot of great up-and-comers tomorrow night trying to get that bikini title.
And that title's very slippery at best. Ashley Kaltwasser has 3 of them, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Tomorrow night,
All right,
it's going to be more
gentlemen, thank you
interesting
very
than
much.
tonight.
Bikini, very international
We're
as
gonna
well.
all stay
That's
right
going to be
there.
really interesting to see all the countries represented.
Well, Tim, it's going to get kicked off at 10 o'clock tomorrow at the Expo at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And, of course, we're going to be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at digitalmuscle.com. And also, I believe Linda Murray is going to come back and join you as well.
She did a phenomenal job. The champ knew the sport, knew the call-outs.
Well, this guy, being from Libya, speaks English very well, being that he's living there.